Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host for today's live stream. My name is Connor, and I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Thank you for spending some time on this Sunday evening to be here with me on this live stream. Big shout out to all of the Crypto Empire community all around the world for supporting us here at Crypto Empire. Shout out to Labradoodle. We got Dalton Moore as well. We got Rags to Riches. We got Jazzy, Yusuf Khan, and Spacetime Jim with us so far in the live chat. If you're just tuning in right now, be sure to holler at me in that live chat and also smash that like button on your way in as well. I greatly appreciate all of your support. Also, shout out to Woody. Woody just chiming in into the live chat right now. So we're going to start things off as we usually do with our crypto market overview, and then we're going to get into the charts, and I'm going to be talking about general portfolio preparedness for the next crypto bull run. Is your portfolio prepared? Are you taking the necessary steps to be prepared, or are you just a bystander waiting for the perfect time because you're scared to pull the trigger? We'll be discussing some strategies and what I am thinking in regards to that in this stream, so be sure to stick with me until the very end. But let's get things started with our crypto market overview. All right, so taking a look at this market, pretty dead still. Nothing really changed whatsoever over the past week, aside from a few altcoins moving up. And those altcoins, Pepe, 4chain Rune, things like those. But general market right now is really sideways and flat and dead. I am leaning now a bit more towards the bullish side of things, that we're going to break out higher from this consolidation. I'll be discussing why in just a moment's time as we do hop into the price charts. But right now, let's take a look at the gainers and losers. So looking at today's gainers, we got a few, mostly small caps are the gainers. And Dagger, never heard of this one, up 73%. Blue Zell up 57%. Some memes doing well. No big caps or popular cryptocurrencies are the gainers today. And looking at the losers, again, all small caps. The general market is completely flatlined, sideways, not doing much at all. So before we hop into the Bitcoin analysis, let me just catch up with our live chat right now. Labradoodle saying smash the like button. Of course, smash that like button, guys. Appreciate that. Glad that Dalton can finally make it to the live stream. And Rags to Riches said weekly golden cross on Bitcoin incoming. Let's see that. Let's see that weekly golden cross on Bitcoin. He says next stop is 37K, but as usual, before going up, we must first go downward, dog. LOL. Yeah, that seems to be the common case this year in 2023. So for our weekly golden cross, I'm going to pull up our 21 EMA, and I also want to pull up a 9. And that already crossed. Let's get rid of the weekly 200. So the 21 crossed over the 9 back in January. Let's pull up our 50 and our 200. See what we got there for these. See if we can, what golden cross were you looking at, by the way, Rags to Riches? What number on your EMAs? I mean, because even our 50 has crossed over our 200 as well. Anyway, yeah, Bitcoin's bullish. Bitcoin's up 100% since January. We're aware of that. Curious if I change this to 100. For our input, yeah, I mean, all the EMAs have crossed over. The small ones have already crossed over all the big ones on Bitcoin, it seems. So yeah, Bitcoin's bullish, we're aware. But anyway, Jazzy with us. What's up, Jazzy? Woody says, how are you doing? Looking forward to today's video. Double check if you hit the like button, all the early birds. Yes, sir. Moonshine, Topi. It's not even a market right now, Connor. It needs a lot of rocket fuel, says Therese. Sure does. Texas Kryptonite, Rigoberto. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm glad you guys are all here. Let's talk about Bitcoin right now and why I'm now leaning towards the bullish side of things. To do that, let's take a look at our BitGet chart. And essentially, we look at this chart. This is let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So our 1 hour time frame shows how dead things have been since Thursday. We've been trading in a very tight range between $29,500 and $29,300. For 4 days straight, we've been trading in a $200 range on Bitcoin, ridiculously small. But one thing that did happen is we put in this bullish sweep, and we retested our Monday high price. We held it in a bullish manner, and we also swept all of this liquidity built up here around $29,300. So if we're just going to trade the chart, if we're just going to objectively trade this chart and take a look and use what it's showing us to determine where it's going to go next, because remember, on the daily, we broke out of our falling wedge, our huge descending consolidation falling wedge. We broke out of that, and we've been holding on the retests. All right, and now in the smaller local time frames, again, we're holding on all the retests of this trend line of the wedge. We just put in this bullish SFP sweep. So if we have to take a stab on which direction we go from here, the chart says up. All right, where are we targeting? Certainly, we have a big level up here at $31,000. All right, we need to be paying attention to 31K. That would be a profit target, as well as 30,300. All right, these highs, let's go to a 4 hour time frame. Let me just get rid of some of my drawings. We have these highs in this green line. This is the July mid-range. All right, so if we go to the 1 month chart, and we just draw our July monthly candle like I have done. You mark the high, you mark the low. I'm looking at this red candle in the middle of the screen. Well, the July mid-range is the green line, and this is at 30,300, 30,400. You can see some highs over here, some wicks into the area. So that's your first target. Second target is 31K up here. These are obviously small local moves, nothing big on the bigger time frames, right? We're trading a 1 hour chart here. So, you know, don't expect price to blast off to 40K when we're analyzing the 1 hour price chart. But with that being said, yes, I am bullish. I've been talking about it all year long since January. 46K is that 2022 yearly open price. Which chart I have that on? Here we go. This chart. This junk. 2022 yearly open price at 46K. All right, this is certainly a very hot target for me. Even if you just look at what the chart is doing over here at 46K, it's a pretty obvious supply zone on the weekly time frame. So yeah, we're on trajectory. We are on path still to reach these price levels this year. I am bullish. With that being said, title of the stream, you know, prepare for the 2024-2025 bull market. How do we do that? Well, it's very simple. You just prepare a portfolio. We're going to talk about that in just a moment's time. Right now, let's go ahead and wrap up our Bitcoin analysis. So before 46K, we do have 37K, which our friend Rags to Riches did mention in the beginning of the live stream in his comment in the live chat. The beginning of this blue area is $37,000, all right? So after we can finally pop out above 32, we're going to 37. Again, if we pull back for whatever reason, if Bitcoin just decides to sell off and we go lower, I personally am not in the camp that $25,000 will break down. All right, I think 25K will hold as strong support. And from that dip, I do expect us to propel to higher prices. And then again, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody can predict the future. All we can do is take our speculative analysis and make sure there's good risk reward involved for us to take action and take a position in the market. That's all we can do at the end of the day, right? As speculators, as crypto market speculators, we speculate on the price. But all year long, it's been the same exact playbook. It's kind of ridiculous the playbook that the market makers have been running essentially. We pump, we do nothing, and we sell off for like 2 to 3 months, right? In March, we had that horrible crash to 20K. That was the bottom. Again, we pump, we chop around, and we do nothing for like 3 months. Super boring. Everybody wants to leave. Everybody hates crypto. And then we pump. Everybody's excited again. And then for like 3 months, we do nothing. We chop around and we pump. Same thing, right? It's just a boring, slow way of creeping up higher and nothing more. So you do need to be patient in this market. And the best opportunities, the best plays right now are all on chain. So base chain is very popular right now with people trading meme coins. We've caught some big wins here at Crypto Empire, trading some memes on Ethereum. So yeah, a lot of opportunities on chain, but those are much higher risk opportunities as well. You really need to make sure you have some kind of plan and you don't gamble away all of your funds if you're playing on-chain coins and on-chain tokens. With that being said, we'll go ahead and move on now. Let me catch up with our live chat and see what's up. Texas Crypto Knight says, Empire, what do you think of Atom's future? Yeah, so I mean, Atom, certainly very promising technology. Cannot deny that. Strong fundamentals. Just a matter of basically if it gets adopted and if it does get used. Because the competition right now is fierce. Very fierce in the crypto market. And a lot of people will enter into the market. There will be a ton of new market participants. But right now, there's like no new participants. I think we're losing more participants than we're gaining them. But your question was about the future of Atom. I think Atom's price will do well as we see the general crypto market cap. This chart is the total crypto market cap here at 1.13 trillion. I think Atom will do well as this total market cap marches higher. I don't expect Atom to be a top gainer where it's going to, you know, there's some crazy predictions it's going to 100x and stuff like that. I don't expect that to happen. But going from $9-10 to $90-100, yeah, I think that's possible for Atom. So I don't have crazy high hopes, but I think it will do semi well, but not a top gainer. Bree says they don't want anyone else buying, so they make it hell, and yeah, reaccumulation, it's terrible. I do agree with you. Texas Kryptonite, for a long-term hold, what do you think of Caspa? Caspa, a very interesting one. Really blew up in the bear market as a proof of work crypto. And holding strong at rank number 49 with a market cap of $890 million, almost a $1 billion market cap. So I have this prepared already. I recorded a video on Casper Network. You guys will see that live on the channel tonight. But essentially, I went over some bull market layer 1 market caps just to kind of compare where we were in the bull market. Cardano went to a $95 billion market cap. Solana went to a $75 billion market cap. Polkadot went to a $55 billion market cap. Matic went to a $20 billion market cap. So Caspa at a $900 million market cap, you know, hitting 10 bill, 20 bill won't be that crazy. So yeah, I think it's got some more in it. I don't own any Caspa. I don't plan on owning any Caspa, but yeah, I think it will do well just in the bull market. Let's see. Make money with Harry. Good evening, Empire fam. Hope you're all well. Hope you're good, Connor. Appreciate that, Harry. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing good as well. Labradoodle says, Connor, when will gaming coins take off? Good question. Good question about gaming coins. So everybody who has been watching my live streams, I'm pretty sure I have the same people watching my streams every week. I usually get the same amount of views, etc. But to all you guys who always watch the streams and watch the replays, I'm very grateful for you guys that do that. But you'll recall, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was taking a look at the Illuvium ILV chart. right? This is one of the top GameFi projects. Market cap rank is 120. It's a mid cap, $300 million market cap. Anyways, I was looking at the ILV chart, and at that time, it was down here, all right, right at the yearly open. And basically, I drew this hole. Somebody should go find that clip. Flip it for me, I'll appreciate it. Maybe I'll send you something. But anyways, I drew this hole and I said, let's see if this hole here gets filled. And if this hole does get filled, that will probably be the bottom. Well, look at what happened here with ILV. The hole did not get filled. Instead, it just pumped. The hole got front ran here, right? This is a very promising sign for all of GameFi, being that ILV is one of the top GameFi projects. Up 30% from 2 weeks ago when I was talking about it. And I said in that moment of time when I was looking at it, I was like, this thing looks bottomed out right at the yearly open, right at a big support level. I literally said, if the bottom isn't right here, it's going to fill the hole, and that would be the bottom. And it didn't fill the hole, like I said. All right, not to repeat myself so many times. This chart here kind of has me leaning towards the fact that this bottom is in here. All right, it could come in and put in a double bottom, right, where maybe it comes and makes a higher low, and then it starts to take off, right? Maybe it comes back to the low $40 prices. But I've been seeing a lot of talk as well on crypto Twitter. Things are picking up. A lot of people talking about different GameFi projects. People talking about this one. I have nothing to do with this project. I don't own any of it, but I'm seeing it talked about a lot. Echelon Prime, some kind of trading card game. And look, the reason that these projects are circulating on crypto Twitter, that people are talking about it, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a while now. I hate the word influencer. Please do not call me an influencer. I'm a regular guy that likes crypto, invests in crypto. I made some money from it. I started making videos, started sharing my opinion, all right? Nothing more. But essentially, the reason these projects all start to circulate is because they pay huge crypto Twitter accounts to talk about them, all right? So I'm seeing a lot of buzz and activity right now in regards to some GameFi projects, and this is one of them. And let's take a look at this price chart for Prime. This is on Coinbase as well, on the daily chart. You know, if you look at this thing over the past week, this is another GameFi project. It's up 44%, and it peaked out at plus 75%. So a lot of interest is starting to tick up into GameFi, and it's interesting. Look at this chart. This is a beautiful ascending triangle, the daily time frame. Right, you got your horizontal resistance, you got price putting in higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, until it eventually just blasts off. The compression cannot hold any longer. Anyway, to answer your question, Labradoodle, GameFi bottom, if it's not in already, it's got to be super close. So that's why we're talking about general portfolio preparedness during the stream today. And it's the time to get prepared. Hope that answers your question, Labradoodle. Harry says, can you look at monkeys and INJ? Yes, we can. Certainly can. Head on over to Dex Tools here. So monkeys, man, right back to where we started. Right back to where we started. As you guys, I'm sure you do recall, started talking about monkeys over here, went up to up here, and it's right back to where we started now. Kind of sad, but that's the nature of the beast. When you're playing these low cap on-chain coins, very thin liquidity, does not take much supply to tank this, does not take much of supply to be sold to tank the price like we've seen. So basically this chart is just right back at the bottom consolidation, right? This is April, May when it first launched, when I first bought. And here we are in August, right back at the same exact place. Let me make sure you can see all that on your screen. Yeah, you can. Good. So not much to say other than it's not bottom now. Like, and I don't know what's going to happen, but it saw a nice run up over the past few days, and now people just start selling again. Liquidity is only $400,000. All right, total liquidity 400K. Market cap 2.75 mil. So $400,000 liquidity means that a few $1,000s will move the price by, like, 10%. So it's very easy to move the price by buying and selling. So when buyers come back in, it will look like this, like what happened over here in May, right? Huge run up. This is all buying. And it's just been a slow kind of bleed out now. So expect consolidation until the market starts to pick up altogether. And then when some kind of catalyst enters, like an Elon tweet, Elon talking about monkeys, etc., then good things will happen for monkeys. But yeah, I mean, this chart's just right back where it started at the bottom consolidation. So we went in a big loop-de-loop essentially here on monkeys. A lot of fun, right? We 40x and we're right back where we started. Now let's look at INJ. So INJ here, as you see from my little sketch, what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for is just to sweep this previous week low at a price of $7.52, $7.50 really. And price has not swept that level yet. Notice how it's trying to get back above the Monday low here. This is obviously all in the smaller time frames. But INJ is a very bullish coin. I'm expecting some pretty big things for it in this upcoming bull market cycle. On the higher time frames, it is correcting. It is correcting on the higher time frame in the sense that it put in this M, this double top, right? This M pattern. This is bearish. And if you just look at the structure, get rid of all of this. This line, we don't need this line anymore. Old outdated trend lines. Yeah, we broke this structure, put in the double top, and we're essentially correcting. So on a big trend line breakdown, you enter into this consolidation. Usually you get a continuation, right? If this is going to correct further, well, then 750 is not going to hold as support, and it will probably come back down. Pull a fractal. I want to see where our 50% is. All right, so we're right at our 50% right now, coincidentally enough. All right, so we're using our 50% Fibonacci retracement as support. And coincidentally enough, again, our golden pocket is right in the next lower demand zone. So yeah, correction in progress. 750 is a major level. So my advice is to wait for price to come down to 750. And if it closes a 4-hour, a 12-hour successful, sweep, successful swing failure pattern, I would be looking for longs. But if it cannot do that, if it just cannot hold the 750 level, if price comes down and it struggles to get back above it, then we are going to correct further here to around $7 and maybe around $6.50 as well. But yeah, my general thoughts when I first opened this chart, I haven't really looked at INJ in a while. The first thing that I saw here was the double top trendline break into consolidation, usually leads to a next leg lower. So we'll see what happens here with INJ, but 7 to 650 looks possible. Spaceboy and Kitty says, good morning from Australia. What's up, Spaceboy and Kitty? Jeremy Tanucci, Connor, do you still have faith left in monkeys? So as you guys know, I always keep it real with y'all. My faith it's not as strong as it was. Definitely not as strong as it was. Still hold. Very irresponsible of me, but I have like thousands of dollars in this coin. But yeah, I mean, it's right back to where I started, right back to where I first started buying it. So, I mean, at this point, either I lose it all or it's gonna make me a ton of money. We'll see. I mean, I did take some profits, so it's not like I'll lose anything, but I 40x'd it. So I did sell some, but I didn't sell nearly enough. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, my faith is not as strong as it once was. I will tell you that. But I didn't cheat. Like I know half you guys probably did. Anyway, Topi says, what's your thoughts on sushi? I think sushi is good too and might break out soon. Well, Topi, we can certainly take a look at that for you. After we take a look at sushi, I'm going to get to my scheduled programming for the stream, and we'll take a look at some more questions later on as we do progress further. So sushi looks kind of like that parallel or that prime chart that I just showed you, in the sense that we have a very clean upwards ascension with some very obvious horizontal support. And depending on where you call the level, I like it right here. That makes sense to me. So we got a nice compression happening. Continuous higher lows into that same exact horizontal resistance level. I do agree with you, Topi. This thing looks like it's ready to burst. Back in, when was it? It was like in, looking at the 12-hour. Okay, so this thing's got some work to do. Because if you look at the yearly open price, it's up here at 92 cents. Thing's well below the yearly open. Yeah, and this thing's putting in a big bullish ascending triangle. So I do agree with you here, Topi. Let's see what happens this week with the market. If Bitcoin does decide to break out higher, this sushi chart looks primed up to rip up higher as well. So obviously, an invalidation would be if this trend line just decides to break down. Okay, so we want to put our stop loss at a point where the price would make a lower low and it would break the trend line. And I like underneath this Monday's low here. 9% risk, a bit much. What are you going to do? And your targets, yearly open is a great target for a trade. This gives you a 2.8 to 1 risk reward. You can wait for a confirmation entry where we break out and we retest that breakout, and you can enter on that retest. But just looking at this chart, it is bullish. It is undoubtedly, objectively bullish. All right, one more. We got McNaz talking about or asking about LYX. And because the subject today of the live stream is general portfolio preparedness, LYX is a good coin to talk about because it's a coin that I think is going to do really well in this next bull run. So let's see, Luxo. Love the LYXE chart. We got some more data to work off of. So McNaz's question, can you look at LYX specifically if it looks like it can pull back? I bought a bunch around the $6 range. Smart man, McNaz. I think you're going to do really well in those $6 buys. Just wondering if I can expect that again or just buy around 7. So look, it has shown that it is, I think your best bet is to get it around 7 right now. You got some bullish divergence on your daily time frame. I'm looking at these bottoms. This is a falling wedge with bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Got that. All right, here's your wedge. You break out of the wedge. So $6 would be a gift. Comes back in here. All right, this thing broke out, showing signs of life after a major correction too. after a major correction from $16, right? It just corrected 67%. It's still down 57% from those highs. In terms of good buys for the next bull run, top layer one cryptocurrencies, Luxo is one of those. This is a 3-figure coin, $100 plus coin easily. I'm in it for that. And to answer your question, I think $7 just from this breakout is going to be the best you're going to get here, right? Look at this chart, just so you know I'm not talking that I'm not blowing smoke. Look at how this chart works. When the downtrend line gets snapped, it pumps pretty hard. All right, I'm just going to put a bunch on the screen for you to look at yourself, but it's been a pretty consistent playbook for like the past 2 years. So downtrend, break, pump, consolidate, downtrend line breaks, vertical pump, consolidate, downtrend line break, rip up, consolidate, test support down here, downtrend line break, rip up, pump. 67% correction, downtrend line break. What happens next? Do I even have to say it? It's a rip. If we're just going off of what's happened previously here in the charts. Now, I'm aware that past performance does not indicate future results. You see that disclaimer everywhere when it comes to the financial world, right? Past performance is not indicative of future results, yada, 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 yada. But this chart is telling you that usually past performance is actually indicative of future results. And after the trend line breaks, it snaps. So LYX, for everybody watching at home, if you guys don't know me here at Crypto Empire, I made some videos about this coin. I really like this coin for the next bull market. I think it's going to go to $100 plus. I mean, $300 realistically. The founder, one of the founders of Ethereum, the guy who created the ERC20 token contract, the ERC20 token, he made the Luxo blockchain. All right, this is his newest invention. The mainnet just went live. You have to be kind of redacted to not be bullish on it, in my opinion, of course. $7.44, an absolute steal. So if we're talking general portfolio preparedness for the next bull run, this one is on the list. All right, you want to be prepared. Find something like this at $7.50. No brainer. We're drinking on some watermelon and lime, sparkling water today. You go with the live stream. If you guys haven't already, be sure to go grab a beverage of some sort and kick your feet up, relax, stay a while for today's live stream. We got Super Shogun saying, good morning, bro. What's up, Super? How are you? Brett says, hi, Connor from Sydney. Have you have an opinion on UFO gaming? So, current opinion, no. I don't have a current opinion on UFO gaming. I know this one was a big winner in the GameFi hype of the last bull market. And I know it was a fair launch as well, which is always good. I'm a fan of the fair launches. So they're building some games. Probably will do well when GameFi gets going. I don't know. Let's take a look at the chart for UFO. Another one that's been hurting pretty bad. Things hurting real bad. This is the daily time frame. Go to the weekly time frame. This thing looks destroyed. So it launched on KuCoin here, and it's down, 96, 95% from that. Not 99%, which is promising, right? Of course, from these all-time highs, it's for sure down 99%, 98%, not 99%. It's promising. Yeah, I mean, if you like buying bottomed out charts, UFO, bottomed out chart, gaming coin. I'm not aware of its developments, so current opinion, I don't really have one, but yeah, I mean, if you like buying stuff that's bottomed out, that looks pretty good to me. CR08 with us. What's up, CR08? Then yo, Crypto Empire fam, greetings from the Gold Coast of Australia. What's up, CRO? Costa, hi Connor, how you feeling about the Richard Hart tokens, PLS, Pulse X, etc.? Man, I don't know. Our boy Richard Hart. Chain on the daily time frame. So yeah, it's right back to where it got listed at the listing price. Yeah, I mean, in terms of our general portfolio preparedness for the next bull market, I'm not going to say that PLS is like a must-have. It's a highly speculative play, is the best way to describe Pulse Chain, any Richard Hart coin. And this is not like Hex in 2020. Like I said last week in the live stream, all you had to do in 2020 was know about Richard Hart and believe in him and buy his coin, and you got rich if you just held it. But now everybody knows Richard Hart. It's kind of like a little overcrowded, but that's not to say it won't do well. The layer 1 competition is very fierce, right? Pulse Chain has a ton of competition. So it's not 2020 Hex we're talking about here. It's a way different market, way different circumstances. So I'll say it right here, in terms of general portfolio preparedness for the next bull run, PLS, in my opinion, does not make the cut. Hope that answers your question, mate. CRO, I think Muskie's a better play than Monkeys. Yeah, so let's talk about that. I mean, we're talking memes again. High risk speculative memes. What the heck? Who is selling this? All right, something's wrong. Something's wrong here with the fight announcement, and this is just, it keeps on dropping like this. 33% on the day. Why I had my initial reaction right now. Yeah, the Jeet's got to get out of here if this thing's going to go up. Market cap of $1.93 million. Again, liquidity 164K. So just like monkeys, just like all meme coins, it does not take much at all to pump the price or dump the price. And right now we're seeing the price get dumped because there's just more sellers than buyers. Let's go to Dex Screener and get an accurate read on the sellers versus buyers today over the past 24 hours. But I mean, this is ridiculous. Jeets. I hate, I feel responsible. I hate sharing memes and they don't, do well. Right, we're looking at monkeys, right? I shared monkeys up here, it went up to here. So I really don't like when this happens. But it is part of the game. You must know your risk before you get into this stuff. Let's see this thing. So over the past 24 hours, there's been 95 sellers to 65 buyers. Make sure you can see that. 95 sellers over here on the right side of the screen to 65 buyers, and selling volume is $18,000 higher than buying volume. So it's not even that drastic. And some buyers stepping in on this sell-off here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. People are just selling that thing in droves. Raphael Sullivan, Oath on base kind of looks good. Market cap 1.3 mil, and it looks the typical meme coin chart here. I mean, I'm not touching this thing, but right back to consolidation prices. So if you like it, yeah, that could be a good play on base. I know the top meme on base is Toshi, which is named after Brian Armstrong's cat. And it has a market cap of 16 mil. So these memes are all taking a hit right now. This thing's down 45%. Yeah, I mean, everything's been dead. Not even memes have been doing good the past 2 weeks. Like usually there's something happening where, you know, a meme goes up like crazy. For the past week, 2 weeks, everything has been just so dead, bleeding out, selling or sideways, nothing happening. So we got to wait until conditions are fairer to play these complete on-chain casino gamble meme coin plays. All right, we're going to look at more coins, but before we do that, we're going to take our Twitter wisdom. Go ahead and do that. So, on our Twitter wisdom today, we're going to discuss my tweet that I tweeted a few hours ago. I said, you should be accumulating the coins that you believe in right now. There's no telling what the future holds or when the bull run will start, but it's always better to be prepared and optimistic than an underexposed bear. And I say this knowing the fact of where we are in the cycle with the Bitcoin halving, knowing where we are in that 4-year cycle. Generally speaking, right now is a great time to be a crypto investor when you look at that higher time frame. So yeah, I think it's much better to be prepared and optimistic than a little scaredy cat, you know, scared to invest into the market, right? Because it takes some balls to be able to make money from crypto, because you generally have to buy when nobody else wants to buy. And in my opinion, that's right now. And also, speaking about memes, I tweeted Pepe over here on August 10th. And shout out to Suave. Suave, I know you watch the channel. I know you're a supporter of the channel. You responded, you just didn't understand the context of the tweet. This dude saying, still shilled memes, huh? I obviously dug into him a little bit knowing he was triggered, so I said hashtag triggered. Anyway, the reason I even shared this Pepe chart in the first place was basic chart analysis. Like, look at the chart. It's about to flip a huge level, right? I'm not shilling memes. I'm analyzing something and I think it's going to go up by using TA. It's what I do. And yeah, long story short, it's up over 10%. So up 11% from that day. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, guys, at CSellCrypto. But anyways, yeah, Pepe's been on the move as of late. And again, the only reason I tweeted that was I saw the deviation from support just like this, right? The deviation, what do? You long it. Price goes up. That's Pepe. Another meme. The biggest meme in the market is Dogecoin. And Doge, it's just been hanging around 7.5 cents. If we look at the yearly open for Dogecoin, our yearly open is here at 7 cents exactly. Okay, so we're above the yearly open. You guys remember that ascending triangle that I've shown you like 3 times already this live stream, where price condenses into an ascending triangle and then breaks out higher? Well, this happened on Dogecoin over here in the middle of July. It also broke this major downtrend line going back to the pump from quite a while ago, from December 2021. So resistances are being broken right now. It's definitely time to be paying attention to Doge. Of course, we have Elon Musk. You know he's going to integrate it into Twitter or X for payments. I think under 8 cents is a gift for Dogecoin, personally. So I wouldn't really recommend leverage, at least in the context of what I'm speaking about right now. But as an investor, you know, to prepare for a bull market or for a Doge pump, it's in accumulation. It's essentially at the same exact price it started the year at 8 months ago, 6% higher than where it started 2023. So Dogecoin, I would not ignore it. 15 cents is a 2x. 15 cents, easy, happens. Right, that's the top of this pump over here from November when the FTX crash happened. And then, you know, you get into some higher levels, but yeah, 15 cents is kind of the general main target from current price, which is a 100% gain. Dogecoin. Hate on me for talking about meme coins. I do not care. The number will go up. Guilty File says, I wait every Sunday just to tune in. Love the content, GOAT. Thank you, Guilty File. I appreciate that. Any thoughts on GNS and Joe? Hoping Joe is starting an upward trend. Also hoping GNS is the better play over GMX due to market cap size. See that. So Gains Network, an on-chain DEX, and I think the only reason this thing did so well was because Crypto Banter was talking about it every day at the start of the year. Now below the yearly open, putting in a bit of a rounded bottom, a bit of a lake here. Check the market cap of GNS. $146 mil. Now keep in mind, with what this is a leverage trading exchange on chain. There's so many of those. The competition is so fierce. Extremely fierce competition. Pull up Joe side by side. All right, so both these are on the daily time frames. So Joe, compared to GNS, is doing much better this year. Joe started the year at 13 cents, and it's at 30 cents. Went up to 70. Anyway, what's your question? Any thoughts on GNS and Joe? So my thoughts on these, I don't really have thoughts on these. Again, in terms of general portfolio preparedness, these don't make my list. Sure, for a short-term trade, I'll entertain them, but you know, my thoughts on them when it comes to the outlook on the next bull run, these don't make my list, personally speaking. But Joe is hanging on by a thread right now. This is something to watch. Right, it's at a pretty critical level, and if it loses this current level, which it looks like it will, reason I say it looks like it will is I've showed you the ascending triangle multiple times this live stream. Let's go ahead and blow this up. Whatever. All right, just look at the right side of the screen. So a descending triangle is when price makes continuous lower highs into a horizontal support. Here's your horizontal support. Here are your lower highs, indicating that on every bounce, there are less and less buyers. Typically, the support just gives out and it falls. This is the opposite of an ascending triangle. A descending triangle is very bearish. We saw this in 2018 with Bitcoin. I'm sure I have it memorized in my head of what that looks like. But yeah, the same exact chart pattern. Horizontal support, lower highs until eventually the buyers cannot hold the level and it just pukes and goes lower. But yeah, those are my thoughts on these. I don't hold them. I don't really plan to hold them. Bit of a interesting niche of crypto with the on-chain dexes. So much competition there. And a new one always pops up and takes liquidity. So with dexes, it's usually best to wait for a new one to pop up and get in and then, you know, take profits. We've hit some big plays like that this year on ZyberSwap. Example of that. Anyways, hope that answers your question, Guilty File. Joel Barger says, appreciate you, Connor. You're a real one. Thank you, Joel. You're a real one for saying I'm a real one. Real recognized as real out here. Therese, we'll look at YGG in a moment. Chris says, Connor, where can us Americans trade? Can't use Qcoin anymore. Any suggestions? So, Chris, you have to use a VPN. That's one. No good exchange that you can like trade leverage on allows you to use it without a VPN, especially if you're in the US. So one, get a VPN if you don't have one already. Any basic one will do. Surfshark, Nord, they're all basically the same. Two, you can trade on BitGet with a VPN. It's where I trade. I recommend it. And you can also sign up to BitGet with my link in the description down below, and you will get a deposit bonus, several deposit bonuses, as well as discounted trading fees when you use that link. So I recommend BitGet with a VPN. You know, Bybit you can't use because they require KYC. Binance requires KYC. BitGet does not require KYC. So you just need an email address to sign up and you're ready to rock and roll, but you need a VPN. If you don't use a VPN, you can't use it. Hope that answers your question. Dre already answered you. I see that here. Thank you, Dre, for always helping out here at Crypto Empire. All right, we'll look at YGG. Yield Guild Games. Just got above the Monday low in the 15-minute. So yeah, on our daily time frame, things been in stagnation. $12-hour. All right, so 12-hour range. I'll mark this low, mark this high, both on this green candle here. So notice with this orange line, every time it wicked below, it was able to reclaim. Now it's losing it. So this thing looks bearish to me. Yeah, this is a breakdown. This is a breakdown here. Breakdown of support. It does not look good. So there is still time for it to reverse in the support level, but yeah, that alpha trend, red dots, red line, that's a breakdown. So where's it gonna go? I hate when the stupid thing is on the drawing tool and not the mouse, and I go to move my chart and it draws on it instead. Little frustrations there. Thought I'd share them with you. Anyway, YGG, your next level lower It's going to be at 25 cents. Makes perfect sense. Psychological round number. So you can scalp this. You don't have to risk much. You can risk 3.5% to go and get yourself 13 to 20%. Right? We're talking a 3.8 to 1 to a 5 to 1 here. If this breakdown is successful, and it's a bit dangerous time to trade right now, where we have 1 hour until the weekly candle close and a new daily candle forms. And the start of a new week can be a little bit hectic, right? So it is a bit of a dangerous time to open new positions on a Sunday evening, but this is what the chart is kind of saying here. I mean, this whole move looks artificial. This looks like a pump and dump by the market makers. Look at this sell in the look at this 4-hour candle. This is ridiculous. This was an artificial pump and dump, no doubt about that. So yeah, if it's going to take this out, it's coming down here next. YGG. Labradoodle looking at Binance Coin. Look at BNB. Yeah, so general portfolio preparedness, A0, Casper, LYX, HBAR. Those are some top layer ones that I don't think you can miss with those. Of course, nobody knows for sure, but those are just kind of like easy, comfortable plays, in my opinion. They're comfortable to me, but to the general crypto onlooker, they'll be very uncomfortable to buy anything like that, which is a good thing. Can't buy Casper or A0 or LYX on Coinbase. I like that. So yeah, I mean, in terms of layer ones, I like those a lot. And obviously there's Oasis Rose as well. I'm thinking long and hard about Rose. I still hold all of it. It's one of my biggest positions, but it seems overcrowded now. It seems like everybody in the market is in Rose. So I'm considering possibly swapping that out for just more of the other three. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, Rose seems overcrowded. It's a great coin in terms of fundamentals. It does have some baggage because it went to 55-60 cents and now it's at like, what's that, 3 cents? What's Rose at? 4.7 cents. So a lot of bag holders that bought this thing above 30 cents, above a 10x price from here, or 5x price from here. And it just seems very overcrowded. I don't like that. I don't like overcrowded trades. We'll see if I swap it out, but yeah, those are like my top 5 layer ones for the next bull run right now. Rose, LYX, Casper, HBAR, A0, they're hot. I like them. Anyways, let's take a look at BNB here. So pretty big support level at 230. This thing's doing the compression. It's doing the compression right here. What is the compression, you may ask? When price pinches into an apex, which is where we're at right now. So usually markets can only go up, sideways, or down. This thing's been going sideways and compressing to a big energy ball ready to explode. So which direction will this energy disperse? Well, from my chart here, I can already see, I think it's going to go up. So yeah, BNB been doing this for the past 2-3 months, since June. Been compressing over here. Remember, this sell-off was initiated by the Binance fear, uncertainty, and doubt. A lot of people said Binance was insolvent. CZ got sued by the US government, but we all know that doesn't mean jack. Redacted. So yeah, that FUD and sell-off was for no reason at all, so it makes sense to kind of recover from there. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there is FUD with Binance, and maybe there's some actual things wrong with it. Well, that would mean it's going to sell off, but I'm in the camp that I don't think anything is wrong. I think people love negativity. If you look on social media, it's so true. For example, I like David Goggins. I think he's inspirational. I resonate with his message. You go to any David Goggins video on Instagram, 90% of the people are haters, hating on him, commenting random stuff that doesn't make any sense. So people love negativity. People search for negativity. So with Binance, people want a reason for it to go down. They see that the US government sued CZ and sued Binance, and they're cheering. They're like, yeah, negativity, we love it. Now, I'm an optimist. I'm a positive person, generally speaking. So, yeah, I mean, I lean towards BNB going higher here. And it's compressing hard in the symmetrical triangle. So we're going to get an answer very soon on which direction it does break out from. Right? Symmetrical triangles, they can go in either direction. I got it going up. Paul De La Haye says ERUPT, it could always go sideways as usual. Paul, you were not wrong about that, my friend. It can most certainly go sideways as usual. Reverend Flashback says, hi, Connor. I'm late today. How are you, brother? I'm doing good, Reverend Flashback. Appreciate you being here. Rigoberto says, add some vodka to this drink. There you go, my man. It's a Sunday evening. I'm not drinking tonight. Dalton, let's see what's going on. That wick. So Dalton has OP hanging on by a thread on the support level. All right, so it's in a tight spot. And we were talking about OP earlier in the week. The Discord, the fact that it does look toppy. Red dots, red line. Yeah. It is hanging, it's literally hanging on by a thread. You're not wrong about that. You can see the trend line break. Consolidation, breakdown, bounce, consolidation. So if we're going to break down on this next leg, it's right from here. Oh, I believe you had your stop at 157, was it? Right around here. Yeah, I like that. Targeting 142, and I put the line to 141, basically the same exact thing. This gives you a 3.1 to 1 risk reward. OP was overextended because of the base launch, so it was looking toppy, and you had the bearish divergence at the top after it went and swept 181. I tried shorting this thing earlier last week, but I got wrecked on this bounce. And then it bounced higher, and then it sold off. So my timing was just a bit off with that drop. Happens. But for a continuation play, move lower here on OP. It's at a very critical point. And your risk is only at 2.4%. 3-to-1 trade. It looks pretty good. I like that one, Dalton. Thank you for letting me, or thank you for sharing and telling me to look at it. Let's see, Shannon R. Hi everyone. Is anyone else getting an application error on Bitcoin futures trading on computer? Shannon, yes. I'm actually getting that as well. I've been placing orders on my phone. Everything works fine on my phone. But yeah, I don't know. I have a very similar issue to what you're saying. A lot of questions here. Joshua says, do you guys see Levy channel with all its clickbait fools hitting the like button on his shadow? It's pathetic. Joshua, no, I don't know who Levy is. I don't know who that is. Alpha TA, any opinion on ELW as an NFTG, publicly listed companies that are blockchain based? Alpha TA, I do not have any opinion on those. I would need to do more research to form an opinion on those. Maui Spinola, PLQ Planck Network. More fundamental analysis investment than TA, I mean. Let's see, PLQ, market cap 2 mil, very low. Cosmos coin, I like that. I mean, certainly a very, very speculative play. There's no doubt about it. I would need to look into this, but I appreciate you sharing it with me. I'll take a look at it. See their Twitter account. My man, Rebel DeFi. From the Terra Luna days, shout out to Rebel DeFi. Only person I know following Planck on Twitter. But yeah, I don't know anything about this project, but it certainly looks somewhat promising. Because Cosmos projects tend to be strong fundamentally. Joshua says, in my opinion, someone needs to take over the SEC who is for cryptocurrency. Yeah, if we lived in a perfect world, something like that would happen, but unfortunately, we live in what's called a clown world, where it just seems that everything is backwards of how it should be. So yeah, no telling when we'll get a SEC chair who likes crypto. We live in a clown world, my friend. Anyway, DXY, see my circle I drew here on the chart? Circles, I put them there to get filled. All right, so DXY, 103 really. It's very close to 103. It's at 102.8. So this could be it. Maybe my circle doesn't get filled. If that is to happen, what I want to see is just a sweep of the previous week high and the candle to close back in. That could be the top here, right? My target for the DXY was 103, which is right here. It's very close. So maybe that gets front ran. We'll see how we start the week. But yeah, if we sweep the previous week high and end up closing back in, could be all she wrote. Yeah, it's definitely weakening as well as it gets higher, closer to 103. So I'll leave that and we'll see what happens. Could be it. Maybe my circle doesn't get filled. Joshua says, once DXY goes down, Bitcoin and Ethereum will do better. You are correct about that, Joshua. Usually that's how it works. Let's see. Ahmad, hi Connor. What if stock market has a buy correction? You set low limit orders on Bitcoin at 28K. Yeah, 28K is a level. 28,500 to 28,200, and then you got 27,700. It's another very, very big level. So yeah, 28.5 to 28.2, and then 27.7 to answer your question, Ahmad. Guilty File says hodl Stargate until the bull run. The more I look into them, the better and better it looks. Guilty File, yes sir. Indeed. I made that video on STG for a reason. This one here 3 weeks ago. The STG token is indeed bullish. So layer 0 is behind Stargate. Layer 0 is generating insane buzz because of the layer 0 airdrop. And they're smart. They know what they're doing. And they're keeping things very secretive too. So they're a very smart kind of team behind the project. And I don't think they want the STG token to fade off into nothing after the layer 0 airdrop comes out. I think they're going to do everything they can to keep it, going. So yeah, I like STG for the bull run. Good call out there, Guilty File. Reverend Flashback says, Connor, in the last cycle, I bought Phantom and Matic below 1 cent or slightly above because it was so obvious they would be winners. This cycle, I don't see so many clear upside on the speed of 100x. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, I also bought Matics at a penny, so yeah, we're alike on that. But this cycle, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned with the 1 penny price, that it can go to $1. Market cap is definitely more important. The newer people in crypto, obviously you've been around for one complete cycle at least, but generally speaking, the newer people care more about the price of the token than the market cap because they're unaware of how things work. So I would be looking for market caps that don't really make sense. I told you my top layer ones already. I know you got into the stream late, but we got Rose, we got Casper, we got HBAR, we got A0, and we got LYX. I think those networks are going to do very well and gain a ton of market cap. All those are layer ones. And then I'm going to, just to make you guys keep on coming back to the channel, I'll talk about my GameFi projects and some dexes and stuff like that. I will tell you, though, I've been looking a lot into NXRA. I like NXRA a lot. Basically, they are the bridge from the traditional finance world into crypto. And they have some huge partnerships. But their token actually got hacked. And this happened a while ago. They had to make the NXRA token. It used to be the Alliance block token. It doesn't exist anymore. They launched NXRA. It's a very fundamentally sound project with a market cap of 45 million, fully diluted 51.9, 52 million. So really good ratio there. And yeah, in terms of something that's undervalued, that I think can go to $1 billion market cap, 5 billion at a 45 mil right now. Yeah, it's there. You'll see me talk about NXRA more. I like it. Pepe is up. So Bitcoin's selling off right now into the weekly candle close. You look at the weekly right now. Yeah, weekly looks like chicken scratch. Not really giving us too much information at all besides the sweep of the previous week high. Yeah, not much information to go off of here. So coming back down to the Monday high right now to test. We really want to see this level hold at 29,250, or we're going to sell off a little bit. But we're going to answer Ladra Doodle's question on Litecoin right now. This one here. Litecoin has the scammiest wicks. Look at this. We looked at so many charts. Litecoin stays doing the scam wicks. Thoughts on LTC? So I was expecting more of a bounce from this wedge breakout here, but obviously that didn't happen. Very critical point in the chart that it's at right now. And it's been basing here for about the past 10 days. Past 10 days, it's been consolidating. So generally speaking, it's still within this consolidation range. Yeah, if it doesn't hold here, it's going back to 70 to 60. Right, this is a huge level. If it can't hold this, going here or even lower to here. I don't think it goes back to the bottom at 50, but this level needs to hold or it's hooked. $80 or bust. And let's extend our trend line. So if this trend line were to get tested again, it's been pretty reliable. We come into play around $75, 74, 75. All right, multiple touches here, 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 here. Next one would be here at 75. So yeah, I mean, this level has been a pretty major support resistance flip. And getting tested right now. But yeah, Litecoin market makers love slamming the market sell and just nuking everybody's stops. So it's the worst coin to trade. Don't short-term trade Litecoin. Absolutely not. Litecoin is not something to short-term trade at all. It's too much to short-term trade. But yeah, if it loses here, it's going lower. Anyways, guys, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes today, so it is time to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button down below. And subscribe to the channel if you are new here to Crypto Empire. We go live every single Sunday. So don't miss it next week. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified on when I do go live. And as things get more excited, I got some big things coming up kind of in my personal life. It's going to allow me to go harder here. So yeah, as the market gets more popular, I plan on streaming more often. So smash that subscribe button and turn on all the notifications so that you are notified of when I do go live or post a new video on the crypto market. With that being said, go to cryptoempirecode.io if you want to find out some more information about Crypto Empire. Get into my private Discord group. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you learned something new. Hope you found it insightful, got some kind of value from it. I appreciate all of you for being here and smashing the like button, showing up every single Sunday to support the live stream. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I'll see you all during the week in some regularly scheduled videos, and then again on Sunday for the live. and shoot me a question on the free Telegram group if you guys want to. Also, go check out the link tree on my channel here. So yeah, the free Discord is basically just my Discord group, but you just get access to these little sections over here. But yeah, join the Discord, join the Telegram group. You can ask me questions in there, and go check out my website if you want to find out some more information. But I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll see you all in the next video.